Alright, what's going on YouTube? We are back with some more mod videos. I know it's been a minute. And the game we're taking a look at is Final Fantasy VII, the remake. Now, this game came out on PC a while back, and of course, whenever PC games come out, someone is going to mod it. Now, most mods so far have been adjustments to the characters, such as costume changes or hair changes and stuff like that. But this is a mod that I've been waiting for to see exactly how far you can push the Final Fantasy VII gameplay, or the engine, if you will. Now, this mod is called Classic Combat and More. For my testing, what this mod aims to do is to kind of give that classic feel to Final Fantasy VII like it was on the PlayStation 1. In order to utilize this feeling, the modder has altered the ATB, or the attack time battle system. So some of the more notable changes is that attacking no longer automatically fills the ATB system, dodging actually decreases the system by a little bit if you notice on the screen, and blocking will actually stop the ATB system from regenerating. This means that the only way that the ATB system will regenerate is if you're letting go of the block button, you're actually running around but not dodging and stuff like that. Now, this makes combat a little bit more harder due to the fact that you just can't hold the block button hoping that your ATB gauge runs out, especially if you use your skills. For example, here, as you can see, I've used the skill and missed, and now if I hold the block button, the ATB gauge is no longer filling up, meaning that I need to let go of the block button and actually start attacking, or at least moving around for that gauge to fill up so I can use more skills. And as I mentioned before, blocking no longer refills that, neither does attacking enemies unless you stagger them. Another change that I do appreciate is the naming convention of spells. Instead of Cure, Cura, and Curaga, the mod authors changed the spell names back to the Final Fantasy VII counterparts, such as Cure 1, Cure 2, Cure 3, Bolt 1, Bolt 2, and Bolt 3, etc., for things such as Fire, Bio, and stuff like that. I really do enjoy this change. I think it's pretty cool. Now, obviously, the naming convention isn't really making much of a difference, but it's more of a nostalgia thing if you're used to those naming conventions from the original Final Fantasy VII. Other differences that you may notice whenever you apply the mod is that materia affects your stats both positive and negative. Magic no longer regenerates on its own, which is actually really good, makes the game a little bit more harder. Stagger damage is locked to 300%, so you can't abuse stagger like you could in the original game. And other things that are adjusted to make combat a little bit more tactical and enjoyable versus more of a button mash, which I do like the combat system in the original Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think it's fun. However, it does lose some of the tactical abilities that you had from the original Final Fantasy VII, which this mod kind of adjusts and adds to make it a little bit more of a mix between tactical and hack and slash. And the final noticeable adjustment is to summons. Instead of summons coming out and actually acting as a temporary party member, they will come out like they do in the original Final Fantasy VII and use their ultimate move and then disappear. I think this balances summons, as summons are pretty powerful in this game, especially if you get the right summon. But this kind of nerfs them and buffs them in a way. They're meant as their original counterpart, to where they come in, do a big amount of damage, and then they leave instead of supporting your party and essentially giving you an extra party member to either buff or debuff the enemies and make combat a little bit more easier. I enjoy this change, and I'm probably going to stick with it just because I like the original way summons worked versus how they are in the remake as temporary party members. Overall, I think this mod's actually pretty great, and it gives those who are a little bit disappointed of the overall combat system in the Final Fantasy VII Remake and wanted something a little bit more traditional, it gives those players that option, and it does mix in really well with the combat system that the remake does bring. So I urge you to try it out, see if you like it, especially for hard mode with a little bit tweaking and adjustments. I think this actually does give a little bit more of a challenge while still being fun. So definitely check it out. The mod will be in the description down below as always. And if you do enjoy the mod, please ensure to endorse the mod author, as they do work hard on these mods, and your endorsements actually do help out spread their mods on the channel and stuff like that. So definitely go and give them an endorsement. I actually really do enjoy it. And if you want to see more mod videos in the future, whether it be Final Fantasy VII, Skyrim, Fallout, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care.
The hell is that?
A barrier? Never seen this defense system before.
Thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius? Bingo! Focus on that cord.
Oh, now he remembers. Don't keep me waiting in suspense next time. It's my time to shine.
Or go down in flames.
Ah! If we don't change it up soon, this thing's gonna kill us both.
Less talking, more shooting.
How about less this from you?
I see you. Try me.
Gotta love
Focus. Find a way.
it. Gotta beat it head on.
Here we go. Think it through. Now, hit it hard and fast.
Oh, you're in for it now.
Just shoot.
Now this is fun. Good work out there. Kiss my ass. You're up.
I got this. Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
Huh? So, what do we do?
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris. Keep it together.
Guess it's my turn.
Take it over.
It's wide open. Gonna light it up.
Find an opening. Enough of you. It's on you.
About damn Sure could use a break. You got this.
My turn.
Hey, it's doing that thing again.
Find cover and hunker down.
Again and again and again.
Take the lead.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll count
Hang
on
back.
you.
Let's do this. Now, go! You're mine.
Oh, hell! What's it doing now?
An auto repair unit. Damn it. We gotta take it out quick or we're screwed.
Oh, I am way ahead of you, Murphy.
Gotta time our attacks just right. Hold out until you spot an opening. Buzz off. It's down. Rain hell on it.
Ain't gotta tell me twice. Guess it's my turn.